Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're doing another sort of monthly EDC pocket dumps. This is going to be for April, sort of my most carried gear the last sort of month or so. So I tend to do this at the start of the month for the previous month, so hence April. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. We're going to take a look at the pouch I've carried most this month. Pretty much been dominated really by this Viper Aid, and this is a new one I picked up recently. It's the VE17S. So the smaller version of the 17, and honestly, this might actually be the perfect one for me. And we have the sort of the Velcro patch at the back where you can put your sort of morale patches, things like that. There's also a nice little slot on the back of there too. And along with that, we also have the two little pouches on the front. You can see we have a larger pouch here and then a smaller one, and then zip on the side which I keep my cards in, sort of any sort of money I want to carry in there. And it just works so great for me because it's really nice and slim, whereas the V15, great pouch, but it does have the zip. If I can show you, I do have it up here. See, it has the zip on the back here, and when that's zipped up and there's a knife in this thing, the zip's right behind it, so it does make it quite chunky in that sort of area. So with the addition of the zip being on the side of this one, I do think it's a much better design and I really love it. So that's where I've been carrying most of my stuff in. That's the V17S. Now my typical sort of loadout for that then really, in the back I'd be carrying this Victorinox Swiss Card Light. Now I picked this up very recently and I will have to say I've been really impressed with it. I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, but the addition with the fact that you can take the scissors out and just use them as they are without the knife hanging off them. And there's also a blade in here, multiple different bits and pieces. I do have a review of this coming out very soon, so keep your eyes open for that. But I'm really impressed with this thing. I think it's fantastic. And I've been carrying that then in the back slip of this. Fits in there really snugly, and when the knives are in there, it doesn't fall out at all. There's no problems with it. And then with this sort of setup, I've either been carrying a very sort of small Victorinox, for example, this Victorinox Director, I think it is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've been carrying this one a lot in there as well. So you can see you get like a main blade, but it is very slim, and being a 74mm, unfortunately, is discontinued. But again, you get scissors on there as well, which is fantastic. And that fits pretty much perfectly into that little slot on the side. Put the little pull tab on there to make it easier to take out. Now, if I'm going to be carrying this, I'd probably have like a larger slip joint, something like that in there. And I've been carrying this a lot as well. It's the Rosecraft Blades Savage Creek gun stock. Really wonderful design, really comfortable, nice black micarta scales. RCT 014, and then I'd sort of carry that in this side here as well. And then along with that, to sort of complete the pouch of everything I really wanted to carry, I would add a pen in there too, which would be the Olight O Pen Mini, and I'd sort of slot that in the side there with the knife. Nice snug fit, can get the knife out without any problems. Pen comes out really easily, and that's sort of one carry layout I would tend to use. Another sort of layout I would use, I'd probably take the pen out of there, we'll change up the knife for something else, we'll put the gun stock up there and the 74mm up there out of the way. And something else I've honestly carried a hell of a lot, I mean, it's not going to be a surprise, it's pretty much every day, all day, most days of the month, and that is my custom compact from Dan over at Blade Bridge Customs. So please be sure to check him out on Instagram and his website. But being a compact, you know, you get the main blade layer. This is of course etched with Dan's logo. We get the scissors and that little combo tool on the back as well. And he did replace the corkscrew with the Phillips head screwdriver for me. And then of course you get the parcel hook or multi-purpose hook, and then the nail file on the back. And then along with that you get the toothpick, the pen, and the tweezers on the front. Did add this little brass tag on there to make it a bit easier to pull out, but I would sort of put this in the left hand side of the pouch like that, and then along with that I'd probably be carrying something like the Cane Creek Jack, again from Rosecraft Blades, another fantastic one they brought out recently, RCT 013. Very comfortable in the hand, nice sort of Coke bottle style jackknife, and that would go in the other side of the pouch, and that fits very snugly in there as well. And then depending on what I'm going to do, because I do have like an emergency pen on here and also on this card, I may decide to take the Olight if I want. I might just clip it on my pocket, or I could sort of clip it on the front of the pouch there, whatever I'm really going to be doing for the day. But if I'm just round the house or just going out and about for a walk, I'd probably leave the pen at home. So that's another sort of carry option I've been using. Really love this compact. It's absolutely fantastic. Anyone that's not got a compact, really do suggest you guys pick one up. They're absolutely brilliant. Next up, another sort of Victorinox I've been carrying a lot this month, and this is the Mountaineer. This, of course, is another custom by Dan at Blade Bridge Customs. So you get a standard sort of opening layer. This is a 4-layer design, sorry. So you get the scissors, you also get the metal saw and the file on either side. You get large main blade, and of course this one has the Mountaineer etch on the back. Get a small blade too. This of course has plus scale, so I would put a pen in there if I was going to carry it. You've got the corkscrew, we have the sort of little pry bar / flathead screwdriver, scraper, whatever you want to call it. The parcel hook there too, and the sort of punch, reamer, awl blade, whatever you want to call that as well. But again, that's been a fantastic one. This has been a sort of, if I'm just going to be around the house all day and I just want to carry one knife as I'm not really planning on going anywhere, it'd tend to be something like this, but it can do everything, and it's sort of a multi-purpose tool all in one. Another locking knife. Well, actually, a locking knife I've carried a lot this month. I've really enjoyed. Another Rosecraft, as you might be not surprised to see. This is the RCM 002. This is the Pocket Monster. Action is fantastic. I actually really like the large sort of forward finger choil. It makes it really comfortable in the hand. Been using this in my garden to sort of get the garden back up to speed. You know, it's coming up to the spring. But action is fantastic. Flies open every time. You can front flip it. You can do reverse finger flip with it. It's just a very fidget friendly knife, but one that's very, very capable with that D2 steel blade. Really sort of hard use knife. Would recommend this to anyone that's thinking about picking one up. It's really, really great. They're available on Heine at the moment, so make sure you check them out and grab one of those. Another little fifth pocket carry I've been carrying is the Twisted Assisted Tulip. This one is in the brass scales with the black PVD coating on the blade. I believe it is, we've got 14C28N, Twisted Assisted logo just on there. Nice edge, very, very capable little double detent front flipper, or top flipper I should say. Perfect for maybe in the office or anything like that, or just around the house. Really sort of fidget friendly. You can sort of flip this back and forth. You get it just right, it'll just flip in and out. But another one I'd really recommend. It's a great. It does a lot of work that's not it's sort of capable for. So what I mean by that is it's a little knife with big capabilities. So another one to definitely check out. And then apart from that, if I'm leaving the house, I'll have my car keys on me, and on there I have a Victorinox Rambler. So it's like a 2-layer 58mm combo tool, pen blade. We have the nail file and screwdriver blade, and then scissors on there as well. And that'll also have a little torch on it. There's this sort of i3E EOS little AAA battery sort of twist on, twist off torch. Another great option from them. And then my house keys. Changed these up a little bit actually recently, added something new to them. An old favourite, the i1R2 Pro dual setting. So you've got a dim mode and then twist it more and you've got a bright mode. And of course that is rechargeable with a USB-C. And that just screws up. Another favourite on there is the Rosecraft Blades Awanata. Absolutely fantastic, a sort of modern knife from them. And one that the spring on it is about a 7. And for a little knife like that, it makes it have huge capabilities. You could definitely do a full day's work with this. It's definitely like a heavyweight of a keychain knife. And then recently I picked up this. Actually, Dan sent it to me, I would say, when I bought one of his other products. It's a Leatherman Micra. Never had one of these before, but a big fan of those snips. They're fantastic. Do have another couple of tools and things on here. You've got like a multi-tool, a little flathead screwdriver and tweezers. And then on this side, you have sort of a little blade. You have like a larger flathead, and then you have like a nail cleaner and nail file as well. And of course, none of these lock, so it is UK legal. and it's sort of a perfect size sort of snips to really put on your keys. So I've really been enjoying carrying this as well. It's had quite a lot of use. But there we go, guys. That's my pocket dump for the last sort of month. Really hope you enjoyed this sort of video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.